My beloved child, you are disappointed because I am silent, but you do not know that it is precisely this silence that is driving the roots of your faith deeper than anything your eyes can see. Listen to me carefully today, because these words did not reach you by accident. I know the battles you never speak about. I know the tears you hide behind your smile. I know the nights when you look toward heaven and wonder, God, are you still listening to me? My child, I want you to understand something today. My silence has never meant my absence. My quietness has never meant I stopped loving you. The moments when you cannot hear my voice are often the moments when my hands are working the closest. You look for me in the thunder, in the signs, in the sudden miracles, but many times I come quietly. I come into the hidden places of your heart. I strengthen the parts of you that became weak after carrying burdens for so long. You thought I was ignoring your prayers, but I was preparing answers your heart was not ready to carry yet. You thought the delay meant rejection, but I was protecting you from doors that looked beautiful outside but carried pain waiting inside. My child, you only see the road in front of your feet, but I see the entire journey. I see what waits beyond the corner you cannot reach. I see the people who are meant to stay and the people who would slowly destroy your peace. I see the opportunities that would bless you and the opportunities that would pull you away from who I created you to become. So when I close a door, do not always call it punishment. Sometimes it is protection. When I slow your steps, do not always call it failure. Sometimes I am preventing you from running towards something that would break your spirit. Remember this, my child. A loving father does not give everything a child asks for when he knows that thing can cause harm. A loving father guides, protects, and sometimes says, wait. And I am your father. I have watched every silent battle. I have seen you encourage others while secretly needing encouragement yourself. I have seen you give love while wondering when someone would finally understand your own heart. You have asked me, Lord, why is my journey taking longer than everyone else's? But my child, I never created you to walk someone else's path. The flower does not complain because the tree grows taller. The moon does not lose its beauty because the sun shines brighter. Everything I created has its own season, its own purpose, and its own timing. And so do you. Stop measuring your life by someone else's clock. Stop believing you are behind because another person received something earlier. What I prepared for you has your name written on it. Nobody can steal what my hands have already chosen for you. If you believe that my timing is always perfect, right? I trust your plan, Lord, because I want your heart to remember that waiting does not mean losing. My child, keep listening until the end because I am going to remind you of things your tired soul has forgotten. I am going to speak to the places inside you that still carry fear, regret, and disappointment. You have been carrying questions that became heavy. Why did that person leave? Why did that opportunity disappear? Why did I pray and still not see the answer? But I want you to look back carefully. There were moments you cried over things you later became thankful you did not receive. There were people you begged me to keep in your life, but later you understood their absence became your peace. You saw a loss. I saw protection. You saw rejection. I saw redirection. You saw an ending. I saw the beginning of something greater. My child, I do not remove things from your life because I enjoy seeing your tears. Every tear matters to me. Every broken moment is held carefully in my hands. I remove what blocks your growth. I remove what damages your heart. I remove what keeps you attached to a smaller life when I am calling you into something greater. There are blessings I have delayed because I love you too much to give you something your foundation cannot yet support. A house built too quickly without strong foundations will fall when storms arrive. In the same way, a blessing received without preparation can become a burden. So I have been strengthening you. Every waiting season taught you patience. Every disappointment taught you wisdom. Every closed door taught you trust. Every lonely night taught you that even when everyone walks away, I remain. My child, you are not forgotten. You are being formed. You are not rejected. You are being redirected. You are not abandoned. You are being prepared. One day you will look back at this exact season and understand why I moved the way I moved. You will finally see the invisible ways I protected you, guided you, and carried you when you thought you were walking alone. The prayers you whispered in tears were heard. The dreams you thought were buried are still known by me. The promises I placed over your life have not expired. Your age cannot stop me. Your mistakes cannot stop me. Your past cannot stop me. When my purpose is upon your life, even broken pieces become materials I use to build something beautiful. My child, do not hate the chapters of your story that were painful. Those chapters are where I taught you compassion. Those chapters are where I created strength that comfort could never create. The world may only celebrate success, but I also see the courage it took for you to continue after heartbreak. I saw when you almost gave up but chose to stand again. I saw when your faith was only a small spark, but you protected that spark instead of letting it disappear. And I am telling you today, that small spark is enough for me to create a new fire within you. If these words are touching your heart right, Amen, I receive this message as a sign that you are ready to trust me again. And my child, if my words bring peace to your heart, if they remind you that you are not alone, stay with this message until the end because there are still truths your soul needs to hear today. If you feel happy with my words and this message has brought light into your day, support this journey by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who needs hope. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. Remember, my beloved child, I was with you yesterday. I am holding you today. And I have already prepared the road ahead of you. Do not fear the silence. I am still speaking. Do not fear the waiting. I am still working. Do not fear tomorrow. I am already there. My beloved child, there is something I want you to understand today. The moments you thought were destroying you were often the moments I was rebuilding you in ways your eyes could not recognize. You looked at the storms around you and believed everything was falling apart, but you did not see my hands carefully putting every piece into the correct place. You saw confusion. I saw preparation. You saw brokenness. I saw transformation. You saw an impossible situation. I saw the beginning of a testimony that would one day remind others of my faithfulness. My child, you have asked many times, Lord, why did you allow me to walk through this? Why did you not stop the pain before it reached me? But I want you to know that I have never allowed a single tear to fall without seeing it. I have never allowed a painful season without preparing the strength you would need to overcome it. Sometimes I do not remove the mountain immediately, because I am teaching you that the mountain standing before you is not greater than the power I placed within you. Sometimes I calm the storm around you, but sometimes I calm the storm inside you first. Because, my child, a peaceful heart can survive situations that a fearful heart cannot. You wanted me to change everything around you, but I was changing something deeper within you. I was teaching you patience when life moved slowly. I was teaching you courage when the road looked uncertain. I was teaching you faith when there was nothing visible to hold. I was teaching you that my presence is greater than perfect circumstances. You thought your waiting season was empty, but heaven was working quietly. A seed buried beneath the ground may believe it has been forgotten because it is surrounded by darkness. It cannot see the sunlight. It cannot see the garden waiting above. But hidden in that darkness, something powerful is happening. Roots are growing. Strength is forming. Life is preparing to rise. And my child, that is what I have been doing inside you. The seasons when nobody noticed, you were the seasons when I was growing your roots. The moments when nobody applauded you were the moments when I was teaching you to depend on my voice more than human approval. The days when you felt unseen were never unseen by me. I was there. I was watching. I was shaping. I was preparing. If you believe that God is preparing something greater even in your waiting season, right? Lord, I believe in your timing. My child, continue listening, because there are wounds inside your heart that I want to heal today. There are burdens you have carried for too long that you were never meant to carry alone. You have blamed yourself for things that I have already forgiven. You have replayed old mistakes that I have already moved beyond. You have looked at yourself through the eyes of your failures, but I have always looked at you through the eyes of my love. You say I made too many mistakes. I say I still have a purpose for you. You say I have fallen too many times. I say my hand is still reaching toward you. You say maybe I am too broken. I say give me the broken pieces and watch what I can create. My child, broken things are not useless in my hands. A broken seed becomes a growing plant. A broken cloud releases rain. A broken heart surrendered to me becomes a place where healing begins. Do not hide your scars from me. I already know every one of them. I know the words people spoke that still echo in your mind. I know the moments when you felt rejected. I know the times you wondered if you were enough. But today, I am reminding you that your worth was never decided by people who could not recognize your value. Your worth was decided by me before the world even knew your name. People may misunderstand you. I understand you. People may leave. I remained. People may judge your chapter without knowing your story. I know every page. My child, stop carrying the voices that wounded you. Stop allowing yesterday's pain to control tomorrow's possibilities. The person who hurt you does not hold your future. The mistake you made does not hold your future. The disappointment you faced does not hold your future. I hold your future, and what I hold cannot be destroyed by what you survived. I know there are moments when you look around and wonder why others seem to move forward while you feel stuck. You see their victories, but not their battles. You see their blessings, but not their preparation. You see their harvest, but not the seasons they spent buried like a seed. Do not compare your hidden chapter to someone else's visible success. I write every story differently. Your path may not look like theirs because your purpose is not theirs. I have placed gifts inside you that the world has not fully seen yet. I have placed kindness in you that will comfort people. I have placed wisdom in you that came from the lessons you survived. I have placed strength in you that was created in the very moments you thought would break you. Nothing has been wasted. Not the delay. Not the disappointment. Not the tears. Not even the moments when you felt lost. I used all of it. My child, the enemy wanted your pain to make you bitter, but I am using it to make you compassionate. The enemy wanted your struggles to destroy your faith, but I am using them to deepen your trust. The enemy wanted you to believe your story was ending, but I am writing a new beginning. Do not close the book because one chapter was painful. Keep walking with me. There are pages ahead you have not seen. There are blessings ahead you have not imagined. There are moments coming when you will understand why I asked you to keep going. If this message is bringing peace to your heart, right? Yes, Lord, I will keep walking with you. My beloved child, remember this truth. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are not forgotten. You are growing. You are not defeated. You are learning how strong you can become when your hand stays in mine. Tonight, release the fear that says nothing will change. Release the worry that says your prayers are ignored. Release the thought that says you are alone. Because I am already moving. I am working in places you cannot see. I am arranging conversations you do not know about. I am opening doors that no person can close. I am restoring hope that you thought was gone forever. Walk forward with faith. Trust me when it is quiet. Trust me when it takes longer. Trust me when the road looks different than what you planned. Because my way has always been leading you toward something greater. My child, I never left you in your hardest season. I carried you through it. And the same hands that carried you yesterday are still holding you today. My beloved child, before you believe that the closed doors in your life are signs that I have forgotten you, listen closely to what I am speaking into your heart today. The things you lost did not escape my sight. The moments that broke you did not happen outside my knowledge. The tears you cried in silence were never invisible to me. I was there when you smiled in front of people, but carried questions inside your soul that nobody could hear. I was there when you wondered why something you prayed for disappeared. I was there when you looked at the pieces of your life and asked, Lord, why did you allow this? My child, you only saw what was removed. I saw what was being prevented. You only saw what ended. I saw what I was preparing to begin. You only saw a painful goodbye. I saw the road I was opening for your future. There are times when I remove something from your hands, because your hands are too precious to hold what will eventually harm you. There are times when I separate you from places you wanted to stay, because I know the direction those places would take you. You may not understand my protection while it is happening, because protection sometimes feels like disappointment before it reveals itself as grace. A child may cry when something dangerous is taken away, but a loving parent sees beyond the tears of the moment. And my child, I see beyond this moment. I see the person you are becoming. I see the purpose I placed inside you. I see the blessings that require a stronger version of you. So trust me when I redirect you. Trust me when I slow you down. Trust me when my answer does not arrive the way you expected. Because every movement of my hand carries love, even the movements you do not understand yet. My child, if you believe that every closed door can become divine protection, right? Lord, I trust where you lead me. I want you to continue receiving this message, because there are parts of your heart that still believe your pain was wasted. But today I am telling you, nothing you placed into my hands has ever been wasted. Not your waiting, not your crying, not your struggles, not your prayers spoken with a trembling voice. I collected every moment and used it to create something deeper inside you. The world teaches you to hide your scars because scars look like weakness. But I tell you, healed scars can become proof of survival. Your scars tell a story. They say you walked through storms and still continued. They say you faced nights you thought would defeat you, yet you are still here. They say my strength was carrying you even when your own strength disappeared. My child, do not be ashamed of the journey that shaped you. The valley taught you lessons the mountaintop never could. The difficult seasons taught you compassion. The lonely seasons taught you my presence. The uncertain seasons taught you faith. The painful seasons taught you that your foundation must be built on something stronger than changing circumstances. That foundation is me. People change. Seasons change. Plans change. But I remained. I am the same Father who held you when you first cried out to me. I am the same Father who stayed when you felt unworthy. I am the same Father who loved you before you knew how to love yourself. My child, stop believing that your mistakes have more power than my grace. Stop believing your past speaks louder than my promises. Stop believing the broken chapters of your life have authority to cancel the story I am writing. I have never needed perfect people to fulfill my plans. I use willing hearts. I use people who have fallen and learned how to rise. I use people who understand pain because they become gentle with the pain of others. The very thing you thought disqualified you may become the very place where I reveal my goodness. Your weakness is not a place where I leave you. It is a place where I meet you. When you say, I cannot do this anymore, I whisper, let me carry what you were never meant to carry alone. When you say, I am tired, I whisper, rest in me. When you say, I do not know what happens next, I whisper, I already know the way. My child, your responsibility is not to control every step ahead. Your responsibility is to trust the one who walks beside you. Look back for a moment. Think about everything you thought you would never survive. Think about the days you thought you could not continue. Think about the nights when the weight on your heart felt too heavy. Yet you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still growing. You are still listening to my voice. That is not an accident. That is evidence that my hand has been holding you. I did not bring you this far just to abandon you. I did not restore pieces of your heart just to leave your story unfinished. There is still purpose ahead. There is still light ahead. There is still a reason why you are here. My child, your future is not controlled by the people who rejected you. Your future is not controlled by the opportunities that disappeared. Your future is not controlled by the mistakes behind you. Your future rests safely in my hands, and my hands know how to restore. If these words are strengthening your spirit today, right? Amen, God is restoring my life. Because I want you to declare hope over the places where fear has been speaking for too long. I want you to stop expecting failure just because you experienced disappointment. I want you to stop preparing for rejection just because someone failed to value you. I want you to stop calling yourself broken when I am calling you beloved. You are not the name people gave you. You are the name I gave you. You are my child. You are chosen. You are loved. You are still becoming everything I created you to be. And from this day forward, I want you to walk differently. Walk knowing that I go before you. Walk knowing that every delay has purpose. Walk knowing that every prayer reaches me. Walk knowing that even when life feels uncertain, my love for you is completely certain. The road ahead may not always be easy, but you will never walk it alone. My presence will strengthen you. My wisdom will guide you. My peace will protect your heart. So rise again, my child. Lift your head again. Believe again. Dream again. Pray again. Because the story is not over. The chapter that made you cry is not the final chapter. I am still writing. I am still healing. I am still opening the way. And when the right time arrives, you will look back and understand why I asked you to trust me through everything you could not understand. My beloved child, there are moments when you look at your own reflection and only see everything that went wrong. You remember the choices you wish you could change, the words you wish you never spoke, the opportunities you believe you wasted, and quietly inside your heart you ask, Lord, can someone like me still be used by you? Today, listen carefully to my answer. Yes, my child. 1,000 times yes. Because I never looked at you through the eyes of your mistakes. I never defined you by the seasons when you were confused, afraid, or lost. I saw the person hidden beneath the pain. I saw the heart that was still searching for me, even when your steps were not perfect. You counted your failures. I counted every time you tried again. You remembered every fall. I remembered every moment you reached for my hand. You focused on what was broken. I focused on what I could restore. My child, the world often throws away what appears damaged, but I am not like the world. I am the creator who knows how to rebuild what others have abandoned. A broken vessel in my hands is not the end of a story. It is the beginning of a transformation. Do not forget this truth. The clay does not become beautiful because it never experienced pressure. It becomes beautiful because it stayed in the hands of the potter. And I am still shaping you. The pressure you felt was not meant to destroy you. The challenges you faced were not meant to erase you. The seasons that stretched your faith were not proof that I left you. They were moments where I was carefully forming strength, wisdom, patience, and compassion inside you. My child, if you believe that I can restore every broken piece of your life, right, Lord, make me new again. Because today, I want you to release the heavy burden of believing you must become perfect before you come close to me. I never asked you to bring me a flawless heart. I asked you to bring me an honest heart. Bring me your questions. Bring me your fears. Bring me the memories you do not talk about. Bring me the parts of yourself you hide because you think they are impossible to love. I already know them, my child, and I still call you mine. You do not need to pretend in my presence. You do not need to wear the mask you wear for the world. People may only see the outside, but I see the quiet battles within. I see when you encourage someone else while your own heart needs encouragement. I see when you forgive others but struggle to forgive yourself. I see when you lie awake thinking about things nobody knows you are carrying. And I want you to understand something. You were never meant to carry it alone. Give me the weight. Give me the shame. Give me the regret. Give me the fear that whispers your best days are already gone. Because that voice is not my voice. I do not tell my children, it is too late. I say, come, let us begin again. My child, I specialize in new beginnings. The morning does not refuse to rise because yesterday had storms. The flower does not refuse to bloom because it once lived beneath the soil. The river does not stop flowing because rocks stand in its path. So why do you believe your past has the power to stop what I am creating in you? Your past is a chapter. It is not the entire book. And I am still writing. There are pages ahead filled with lessons, growth, healing, and purpose that you have not reached yet. Do not close the story before I finish my work. I know you sometimes compare yourself to others and feel that they are moving ahead while you are standing still. But my child, look closer. Every person carries a journey you cannot see. Every heart carries battles that are hidden. Every testimony has chapters of waiting before the victory is revealed. Do not envy another person's harvest when you do not know the storms they endured while planting their seeds. Focus on the field I have given you. Water the seeds I placed in your hands. Trust the timing I designed for your life. Your season will come. Your growth is happening. Your roots are becoming stronger. Even if the world cannot see it yet, I can. And what I grow in secret, I reveal in the right season. My child, continue walking with me, because there are blessings ahead that require the wisdom you are gaining now. There are people you will help because of the lessons you learned. There are hearts you will comfort because you understand what pain feels like. There are lives you will encourage because you know what it means to almost give up and still continue. Nothing is wasted when it is surrendered to me. I turn wounds into wisdom. I turn struggles into strength. I turn broken stories into testimonies of hope. The pain that once made you ask, why me, may one day become the reason you say, now I understand why you carried me through. My child, I was preparing something deeper. I was teaching you how to love with compassion. I was teaching you how to see others with kindness. I was teaching you that true strength is not having a life without storms. True strength is trusting me while walking through them. If this message is reminding you that your story is not finished, right? Yes, Lord, I believe you are still working. Let those words become a declaration over your life. Not because everything is already perfect. Not because every question already has an answer. But because you know the one holding your future is faithful. My beloved child, today release the old labels. You are not your failure. You are not your rejection. You are not your worst moment. You are not the words spoken against you. You are mine. Before anyone knew your name, I knew you. Before anyone saw your potential, I placed purpose inside you. Before anyone celebrated your success, I loved you completely. Walk with confidence, not because you have everything figured out, but because you are walking with me. When you feel weak, lean on me. When you feel uncertain, listen for my guidance. When you feel afraid, remember my promises. I have never required you to understand the entire journey before taking the next step. I only ask you to trust me with the step in front of you. Little by little, day by day, prayer by prayer, I am leading you forward. The darkness you passed through will not define you. The storms you survived will not control you. The pain you experienced will not have the final word. I will, and my final word over your life is hope. So rise again, my child. Your story continues. Your purpose remains. Your future is still held safely in my hands. I have not finished working within you. The best chapters I have written for your life are still waiting ahead. My beloved child, there is a truth I want you to carry deep within your heart today. The moments when you thought I was removing things from your life were often the moments when I was making room for something greater than what you were holding onto. You cried because something ended. You worried because something changed. You wondered why I allowed certain people, plans, and dreams to slowly move away from you. But my child, you did not see what I saw. You saw an empty space. I saw a place where new blessings could grow. You saw a painful ending. I saw the beginning of a chapter that required courage, faith, and trust. There are things you wanted to keep because they were familiar, but familiar does not always mean fruitful. There are paths you wanted to walk because they looked comfortable, but comfortable does not always mean they were leading you toward your purpose. Sometimes I disturb what feels safe because I know you were created for something deeper. Sometimes I allow change because staying where you are would keep you from becoming who I created you to be. My child, do not fear when I move things around in your life. The gardener must sometimes remove old branches so new growth can come. The soil must sometimes be opened before new seeds can be planted. The night must pass before the morning can arrive. And the old season must sometimes close before the new one can begin. I know change is difficult for your heart. I know you become attached. I know you wonder if letting go means losing forever. But remember this: anything I ask you to release is never greater than what I am able to place into your hands at the right time. Trust my wisdom. Trust my timing. Trust my love. If you believe that I am guiding you into a new season, right? Lord, I trust your new beginning. My child, keep listening because there are still words your heart needs to receive. Do not leave before your spirit receives the encouragement I prepared for you today. I want to speak to the part of you that feels tired. The part of you that has been strong for too long. The part of you that keeps saying, I am fine, while secretly carrying pain no one else can see. I know you. I know the battles behind your smile. I know the prayers behind your silence. I know the dreams you stopped mentioning because you were afraid of being disappointed again. But I want you to understand, just because a dream became quiet does not mean I forgot it. Just because a promise has taken longer does not mean I canceled it. Just because you cannot see movement does not mean nothing is happening. Before a tree grows upward, it grows downward. Before the world sees its branches, hidden roots are forming underground. And my child, I have been working on your roots. I have been teaching you how to stand when people do not support you. I have been teaching you how to believe when circumstances do not encourage you. I have been teaching you how to find peace in me, not only in answered prayers. Because a person who only trusts me when everything is easy will struggle when storms arrive. But a person whose faith has grown in silence will stand strong even when the winds are powerful. That is what I am building in you. A deeper faith, a stronger heart, a spirit that does not collapse every time life changes. You asked me for blessings. I am preparing you to carry them. You asked me for open doors. I am preparing your character before you enter them. You asked me for a new season. I am preparing your heart so you do not lose yourself when you receive it. My child, preparation is also love. Waiting is also guidance. Correction is also protection. Do not reject the process that is creating the strength you prayed for. I know you sometimes wonder if anyone notices how hard you are trying. I notice. I saw when you chose kindness, even when your heart was hurting. I saw when you continued believing, even when your prayers seemed unanswered. I saw when you helped others while needing help yourself. Nothing done with love is ever invisible to me. The world may forget. People may overlook. But I remember every act of kindness, every quiet sacrifice, every moment you chose faith over fear. I keep all of it. My child, the greatest victories are not always the ones people celebrate. Sometimes the greatest victory is waking up another day and choosing not to give up. Sometimes the greatest victory is forgiving when bitterness feels easier. Sometimes the greatest victory is praying again after disappointment tried to silence you. And I have seen those victories in you. Do not underestimate the strength I have been growing inside your soul. You are stronger than the fear that tried to stop you. You are stronger than the rejection that tried to define you. You are stronger than the season that tried to break you. Because you are not standing alone. You are standing with me. If these words are giving your heart hope, right? Amen, God is strengthening me. My beloved child, I want you to remember that your life is not only about surviving your own storms. I am healing you so that one day you can become a shelter for others. The comfort I give you will become comfort you share. The wisdom you gained through pain will become guidance for someone who feels lost. The hope I restore in you will become a light for someone walking through darkness. Your story matters. Your journey matters. Your life carries meaning beyond what you can see today. So stop saying, I have nothing to offer. You have experience. You have compassion. You have a testimony. You have a heart that understands what it feels like to struggle and continue. And I can use a willing heart more than a perfect image. My child, if my words have touched your soul today, remember to keep your heart open, keep walking with me, and keep believing that I am not finished with your story. If you feel happy with my words and this message has encouraged your faith, support this journey by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who needs strength today. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. My child, never forget this. I was working when you saw nothing. I was listening when you heard nothing. I was protecting when you understood nothing. The silence was never empty. The waiting was never wasted. The journey was never without purpose. Keep trusting me. Keep walking with me. The same hands that carried you through yesterday are preparing the blessings of tomorrow. My beloved child, there are moments when you quietly ask yourself, why am I still here? Why have I survived things that I thought would completely destroy me? Today, I want you to hear my answer. You are still here because I have never finished writing your story. The storms that came against you were strong, but my purpose for your life was stronger. The darkness tried to cover you, but my light within you did not disappear. The pain tried to convince you that everything was over, but I was whispering, my child, this is not the end. I am creating a new beginning. You looked at your scars and thought they were proof of damage. I looked at your scars and saw proof that you survived. You saw weakness. I saw endurance. You saw broken pieces. I saw materials I could use to build something beautiful. My child, never forget this. I do not only work through the parts of your life that look perfect, I also work through the chapters you wish you could erase. The moments you regret. The seasons you misunderstood. The valleys where you cried and wondered if you would ever rise again. I was there. I was not watching from a distance. I was walking beside you. When your strength was gone, I carried you. When your hope became small, I protected the little flame that remained inside your heart. When you thought you had lost everything, I was preserving what mattered most. Your soul, your faith, your ability to love again. My child, the world often celebrates people when they reach the mountain, but I also see the courage it takes to continue walking through the valley. I saw the mornings when getting up was a victory. I saw the nights when you fought battles nobody knew about. I saw the moments when you almost gave up, but something inside you said, take one more step. That was not an accident. I was strengthening you. I was reminding your spirit that there was still more ahead. If you believe that I have carried you through every hidden battle, right? Lord, thank you for never leaving me. My child, continue listening, because I want to speak life into the places where fear has been speaking for too long. You have allowed many voices to tell you who you are. The voice of rejection, the voice of failure, the voice of comparison, the voice of your past. But today, I want you to listen to my voice. You are not rejected. You are chosen. You are not worthless. You are precious. You are not too far gone. You are still held in my hands. People may have judged you from one moment of your life, but I know the entire story. They saw your fall. I saw your fight. They saw your mistake. I saw your heart trying to find its way back. They saw what happened. I saw what you carried. And my child, I am not finished with you. Do not allow yesterday's pain to become the prison that keeps you from tomorrow's purpose. A chapter can be painful and still lead to a beautiful ending. A road can be difficult and still lead to the right destination. A season can be confusing and still be guided by my hands. You do not need to understand every detail to trust the one who holds every detail. I know the way. I know the timing. I know what I am creating inside you. My child, you often ask me to change your circumstances, but many times I first strengthen your heart. Because when your heart becomes stronger, the same storm that once frightened you will no longer control you. You will look at challenges differently. You will look at delays differently. You will look at closed doors differently. You will begin to say, if God allowed this, then He will guide me through this. That is the faith I am building inside you. Not a faith that only exists when life is easy. A faith that remains when the answer has not arrived yet. A faith that trusts my heart even when my plan is still hidden. My child, I know waiting is difficult. I know you sometimes feel forgotten. I know you wonder why some prayers seem to take longer than others. But look around your life. There are blessings you once prayed for that you now have. There are situations you once feared that you survived. There are mountains you thought you could never climb that are now behind you. Did I not help you then? Did I not provide strength then? Did I not make a way then? The same God who carried you before is the same God speaking to you now. I have not changed. My love has not changed. My promises have not changed. If these words remind you that I am still working in your life, right? Yes, Lord, I trust your process. My beloved child, I want you to understand something important. Your healing is not only for you. The peace I restore in your heart will become peace you share with others. The wisdom you gain through your struggles will become guidance for someone who is walking through the same darkness you survived. One day someone will need the encouragement that only your story can give. Someone will need to hear, I understand. I have been there, God helped me through it. That is why I am restoring you. Not only so you can stand again, but so you can help others stand. Do not hide your testimony because it is not perfect. The most powerful stories are not stories without struggle. They are stories where hope survived the struggle. Your life can become a message. Your kindness can become an answer to someone's prayer. Your compassion can become evidence of my love. Every place where you were wounded can become a place where I teach you how to bring healing. My child, do not underestimate what I can do through a heart that is willing. You do not need to have everything figured out. You do not need to know every step ahead. You only need to keep walking with me. I will guide you. I will strengthen you. I will open what needs to open. I will remove what needs to leave. And I will prepare what belongs in your life. Remember this today. The delay is not denial. The silence is not abandonment. The struggle is not the end. I am still moving. I am still restoring. I am still making a way where you cannot see one. So breathe, my child. Release the fear. Release the pressure to control everything. Release the belief that you are running out of time. You are not late when you are walking with me. You are exactly where I can reach you, teach you, and prepare you. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Keep your eyes on me. Because the story I am writing through your life is greater than the chapter you are standing in today. I have been with you through every storm behind you. I am with you in this moment. And I will walk with you into everything waiting ahead. My beloved child, there is a reason you are hearing these words today. There is a reason your heart was brought to this moment. It is not because everything in your life has been easy, and it is not because you have always understood my ways. You are here because somewhere deep inside your soul, there is still a small flame of hope that refuses to disappear. And I want you to know something. I see that flame. I see the faith you think is too small. I see the courage you think is not enough. I see the prayers you whispered when you did not even know if you had the strength to believe anymore. My child, you often judge yourself by how tired you feel, but I look at how far you have continued walking even while carrying burdens nobody else could see. You say, Lord, I am weak. I say, my child, you are still holding my hand. You say, Lord, I do not know if I can continue. I say, look behind you and see how many times I have already carried you forward. You say, Lord, I feel lost. I say, you are never lost to the one who created you. There has never been a moment when I looked away from your life. Not once. Even when you could not feel my presence, I was near. Even when you could not understand my plan, I was working. Even when your prayers sounded like nothing more than tears, I understood every word your heart was trying to speak. My child, your tears have a language in heaven. Your silence is heard by me. Your pain is known by me. The world may overlook quiet suffering, but I never ignore the cries of my children. I know you have been waiting. Waiting for answers. Waiting for healing. Waiting for direction. Waiting for the moment when everything finally begins to make sense. And during that waiting, a small voice tried to convince you that nothing was changing. But listen to me today. The deepest changes often happen where human eyes cannot see. The roots of a mighty tree grow in darkness before its branches ever reach the sky. The foundation of a strong building is created underground before anyone admires its beauty. And my child, the strongest parts of you have been growing in the hidden seasons. If you believe that I am still working even when you cannot see it, right? Lord, my faith remains. Because today I want you to stop calling your hidden season a forgotten season. You were never forgotten. You were being strengthened. You were being prepared. You were being taught how to trust me beyond what your eyes can measure. My child, there are blessings I have not released yet because I love you. I know that may be difficult to understand. You wonder, how can waiting be love? But I want you to think deeper. Would a loving father give his child something before the child is ready to hold it? Would a builder place a roof on a house before the foundation is secure? Would a gardener force a flower to bloom before its season arrives? No, my child. Love understands timing. Love protects the process. Love prepares before it presents. That is what I am doing with you. I am not delaying because I forgot. I am preparing because I care. I want your blessing to bring joy, not pressure. I want your purpose to strengthen you, not overwhelm you. I want what I place in your hands to remain. So allow me to continue shaping your heart. Allow me to remove what does not belong. Allow me to heal what still hurts. There are places inside you that learn to expect disappointment. There are places inside you that became afraid to hope. There are dreams you buried because you thought dreaming again would only create another chance to be hurt. But my child, I am gently calling those places back to life. I am reminding you that your story is not finished. You are not standing at the end. You are standing in preparation for what comes next. Do not let yesterday's wounds convince you that tomorrow cannot carry blessings. Do not let one painful chapter make you stop reading the entire book. I am still writing. And when I write, I know how to bring beauty from places where people only saw ashes. My child, I want you to understand something about the battles you faced. They did not remove your purpose. They revealed your strength. You discovered patience because you had to wait. You discovered courage because you had to face fear. You discovered compassion because you understood pain. You discovered faith because you had moments when faith was all you had left. Nothing was wasted. Every season taught you something. Every valley shaped something. Every challenge developed something inside you that comfort alone could never create. If these words are speaking to your heart, right? Amen, God is creating something new in me. Let that become your reminder that I am not finished. My beloved child, stop looking at yourself as someone who barely survived. I see more than a survivor. I see someone who can bring hope. I see someone whose story can encourage another wounded heart. I see someone who can say, I walked through darkness, but God did not leave me there. That is the power of a life surrendered to me. I do not only rescue you from storms. I teach you how to become a light for others still walking through theirs. The kindness you give matters. The encouragement you speak matters. The love you show matters. Small actions done with my love can create changes you may never fully see. A single word of hope can reach a heart that was ready to give up. A small act of kindness can remind someone they are not forgotten. A moment of compassion can reveal my presence through you. So do not say your life has no impact. Do not say you have nothing valuable to give. You carry lessons from every road you have traveled. You carry wisdom from every storm you survived. You carry my light. And my light, even through a small opening, can remove great darkness. My child, today I ask you to release the fear that you are not enough. You were never meant to be enough without me. You were created to walk with me. Together, step by step, day by day, trusting that I provide what you need for the road ahead. When tomorrow feels uncertain, remember I am already there. When the path feels unclear, remember I know the way. When your strength feels small, remember my strength has no limit. You are held. You are guided. You are loved. Keep walking, my child. Keep believing. Keep your heart open. Because everything I have allowed, everything I have healed, and everything I am preparing is leading you closer to the purpose I placed within you. The journey is not over. The promise is not forgotten. The story is still unfolding. And I am walking with you through every page. My beloved child, listen to me with a quiet heart today, because there is something I have been trying to tell you through every season you thought was only a struggle. You have been asking me to change your situation, but many times I have been working to transform the way you see your situation. Because, my child, when your vision changes, your strength changes. When your heart changes, your response changes. When your faith grows deeper, the same storm that once terrified you no longer has the same power over you. You ask me, Lord, remove this mountain. But sometimes I answer, my child, let me show you that with my strength you can climb higher than you ever believed possible. You asked me to remove every difficult road. But I wanted to show you that my presence can walk with you on every road. You asked me for a life without battles. But I wanted to create within you a faith that no battle could destroy. Do not misunderstand the season you are in. The pressure is not proof that I abandoned you. The waiting is not proof that I ignored you. The challenge is not proof that you are forgotten. Sometimes the greatest growth happens in the places where you feel the most stretched. The strongest trees are not the ones that never faced winds. They are the ones whose roots grew deeper because of the winds. And my child, your roots are growing deeper. You may not see it. Others may not notice it. But I see the changes happening inside you. I see the patience forming. I see the wisdom increasing. I see the compassion growing. I see the person you are becoming. If you believe that every season has a purpose in my hands, write, Lord, grow my faith through this journey. My child, stay with these words, because I want to remind you of something your heart forgets when life becomes difficult. You are not walking through random events. Your life is not outside my care. I know every road. I know every turn. I know every moment that confused you. There were days when you thought, nothing good can come from this. But you forgot that I create gardens from empty fields. I create rivers in dry places. I create new beginnings where people only see endings. You see what is missing. I see what is forming. You see what has not arrived. I see what is being prepared. You see the delay. I see the perfect moment. My child, trust me beyond what your eyes can understand. The eyes can only see the present moment. Faith sees the hands that hold tomorrow. And I am already in your tomorrow. I have already seen the doors that will open. I have already prepared the strength you will need. I have already arranged the steps that are coming. You do not have to carry the weight of knowing everything. You only have to walk with me. One step, one prayer, one day at a time. I know you sometimes become tired because you want all the answers now. You want to know why certain things happened. You want to know when everything will change. You want to know how everything will work out. But my child, if I showed you the entire road at once, you would stop learning how to trust me step by step. Faith grows in daily surrender. Faith grows when you say, Lord, I cannot see everything, but I know you can. Faith grows when you choose my promises over your fears. Do not allow uncertainty to steal your peace. You may not know the future, but you know me. And I know the future. Rest in that truth. My child, I also see the quiet battles inside your mind. The thoughts that tell you that you are falling behind. The thoughts that tell you that nothing will change. The thoughts that tell you that your prayers are not reaching heaven. But today, I want you to replace those thoughts with my truth. You are not behind. You are being prepared. You are not ignored. You are deeply loved. Your prayers are not disappearing. They are reaching the heart of your Father. There has never been one honest prayer from you that I did not hear. Even the prayers spoken through tears. Even the prayers that had no words. Even the moments when all you could say was, Lord, help me. I heard. I came close. I was there. My child, sometimes you look for my presence only in big miracles, but you miss the quiet ways I care for you every day. The strength you found when you thought you had none left. That was me. The unexpected peace during a difficult moment. That was me. The courage to try again after disappointment. That was me. The hope that returned after you thought it was gone. That was me. I have been closer than you realized. If these words remind you that I have always been near, right? Amen, God is with me. My beloved child, I want you to stop believing that your current struggle is your final destination. A valley is a place you walk through. It is not where you are meant to stay forever. A storm is something you pass through. It is not your permanent home. A difficult chapter is something you read through. It is not the entire story. And I am still writing your story. I am writing with patience. I am writing with wisdom. I am writing with love. The parts that look unfinished to you are still being carefully shaped by me. Do not rush the author of your life. I know how to create beauty from every chapter. Even the chapters that made you cry. Even the chapters you did not understand. Even the chapters you wanted to skip. I will use them. One day you will stand stronger and realize that the things meant to break you became the things that taught you how deeply I was holding you. You will see that I never wasted a moment. You will see that I never left your side. You will see that my plan was greater than your fear. Until that day comes, keep trusting. Keep praying. Keep believing. Keep choosing hope. Not because the road is always easy, but because you never walk the road alone. My child, I am guiding you even now. I am opening your heart. I am renewing your mind. I am preparing your next steps. Do not return to the thoughts that once trapped you. Do not return to the belief that you are powerless. Do not return to the fear that nothing good is ahead. Lift your eyes. There is still purpose. There is still a future. There is still a reason I woke you up today. Walk forward knowing that my hand is upon you. The same hand that protected you from what you never saw. The same hand that carried you through what you thought you could not survive. The same hand that created you with love. My child, trust me. I was faithful before. I am faithful now. And I will continue to be faithful in every chapter that is still waiting to unfold. My beloved child, there is something I want you to remember when your heart becomes tired and your mind begins to question everything. You are not fighting these battles alone. You never were. There were moments when you walked through situations that felt impossible, moments when you thought nobody understood the weight you carried, moments when you smiled on the outside while silently asking me, Lord, how much longer can I continue? And every time you asked that question, I was already there. I was not waiting at the finish line to see if you could reach me. I was walking beside you with every step. When your feet became weak, I strengthened you. When your heart became overwhelmed, I comforted you. When your hope became small, I protected the little hope that remained. My child, you often think strength means never feeling tired. But I tell you, true strength is continuing to reach for my hand even when you are tired. True faith is not pretending you have no questions. True faith is bringing those questions to me and trusting that I am still good. You do not need to hide your struggles from me. I already know them. You do not need to cover your wounds. I already see them. You do not need to act like everything is perfect before coming into my presence. Come as you are. Come with your fears. Come with your tears. Come with the parts of your story you wish looked different. Because my love does not begin after you become perfect. My love is what helps restore you. My child, if you believe that I love you even through your weakest moments, right? Lord, I come to you as I am. I want you to stay with this message, because there are words your soul needs to hear today. You have spent too much time believing that your mistakes are stronger than my mercy. You have spent too much time thinking your failures have the final word. But I want you to understand something. The past may explain where you have been, but it does not decide where I can take you. Your mistakes are not more powerful than my plan. Your weakness is not greater than my strength. Your broken moments are not beyond my ability to restore. Look at everything I have already carried you through. There were days when you thought the pain would never end. But you survived. There were seasons when you thought you would never smile again. But slowly light returned. There were moments when you thought you had no strength left. But somehow you continued. My child, that was not luck. That was my hand, quietly holding you, quietly guiding you, quietly reminding your soul that the story was not over. I know sometimes you look at other people and wonder why their lives appear easier. You wonder why their doors open faster. You wonder why their prayers seem answered sooner. But my child, you are only seeing a small piece of their journey. You see the harvest. You do not always see the years they spent planting. You see the blessing. You do not always see the battles. You see the result. You do not always see the preparation. Do not let comparison steal gratitude for what I am doing inside you. Your journey has a purpose. Your timing has meaning. Your path is not a mistake. The road I created for you may look different because the calling I placed within you is different. Trust the way I am leading you. My child, I know every dream you have placed before me. I know the desires you rarely speak about anymore because disappointment made you afraid to hope. I know the prayers you stopped repeating because you wondered if I still remembered. But listen carefully. I remember. I remember prayers you forgot you prayed. I remember dreams you buried beneath fear. I remember promises I placed inside your heart. Nothing is lost in my hands. Sometimes I allow dreams to rest for a season, not because they are dead, but because the roots need more time. A seed does not become a tree overnight. A masterpiece is not completed with one movement. A sunrise does not appear before its appointed moment. Everything beautiful has a process. And my child, so do you. If these words remind you that your season is still unfolding, right? Amen, Lord, I trust your timing. I want you to release the pressure of believing you must understand everything today. You do not need to know how every problem will be solved. You do not need to know when every door will open. You do not need to know every detail of tomorrow. You only need to know who is holding tomorrow. And I am. I hold the moments you cannot control. I hold the answers you cannot find. I hold the future you cannot see. Rest your heart in me. Many times you exhaust yourself trying to carry things that were meant to be placed in my hands. You carry worries about situations that have not happened. You carry fear about outcomes that have not arrived. You carry responsibility for things beyond your control. My child, give those burdens to me. Let me carry what is too heavy for your heart. Trust does not mean you stop caring. Trust means you remember that you are not carrying everything alone. I walk with you. I guide you. I provide wisdom when the time comes. You will not face tomorrow without me. My beloved child, I am also preparing you to become a blessing beyond yourself. The healing I am doing inside you is not only for your own peace. There are people who will need the compassion that was created through your journey. There are people who will need the encouragement that comes from your testimony. There are people who will see your life and realize that hope is still possible. Do not hide what I have done for you. Do not be ashamed of the process that shaped you. Your story can become a light. Your kindness can become a bridge. Your words can become comfort. A heart touched by my love becomes a vessel that carries my love to others. You may think your small acts do not matter, but I see what happens through them. A small encouragement can lift a tired soul. A simple prayer can strengthen a wounded heart. A little kindness can remind someone that they are not forgotten. Nothing done with love is ever small in my eyes. So keep walking, my child. Keep loving. Keep believing. Keep allowing me to work through you. The world needs the light I placed inside your heart. Today, let go of the thought that your life has no meaning. Let go of the fear that your best days are behind you. Let go of the belief that you are too late. You are not too late for my purpose. You are not too broken for my healing. You are not too weak for my strength. I have carried you through every yesterday. I am holding you through today. And I am already preparing every tomorrow. Remember, my child, when you cannot see the way, follow my voice. When you cannot understand the season, trust my heart. When you cannot feel strong, rest in my strength. Because I am still here. I am still working. And the story I began in you is still becoming something more beautiful than you can imagine. My beloved child, there is a moment in every journey when you must decide whether you will continue listening to the voice of fear or finally trust the voice of the one who has carried you from the beginning. Today, I am asking you to listen carefully, not to the worries that tell you nothing will change, not to the memories that remind you only of what went wrong, not to the doubts that whisper you are alone. Listen to me, the one who created you, the one who knew your story before your first breath, the one who has never walked away from you. My child, I have seen every hidden battle you survived. I have seen the nights when your mind was full of questions. I have seen the moments when you wondered if the future still carried anything good for you. And I want you to know this. The fact that you are still here is not meaningless. Your life still carries purpose. Your journey still carries value. Your story is still being written by my hands. You may see unfinished pieces. I see a masterpiece still in progress. You may see slow movement. I see growth happening exactly where it needs to happen. You may see a delay. I see preparation. My child, never measure my faithfulness by how quickly circumstances change. Sometimes the greatest miracles begin quietly. A seed grows silently. A heart heals gradually. A sunrise appears slowly. But just because something takes time does not mean nothing is happening. I have been moving in places your eyes could not reach. I have been preparing answers before you even understood the questions. I have been protecting you from battles you never knew existed. If you believe that I am working behind the scenes of your life, right? Lord, I believe you are moving. My child, stay with these words until the end because there are still reminders your heart needs to receive. There are still places inside you where old fears are trying to return. There are still wounds that need the touch of my peace. There are still dreams that need to breathe again. You have told yourself many times, maybe it is too late. But I want you to understand. Time is not stronger than me. Your age is not stronger than my purpose. Your past is not stronger than my grace. I have created new beginnings in places where people only saw endings. I have opened paths where people only saw walls. I have restored hearts that believed they could never feel whole again. And my child, I can do the same within you. Stop looking at what you lost as proof that your future is empty. Sometimes what left your life was creating space for what needed to arrive. Sometimes what ended was protecting what was still growing inside you. Sometimes what broke apart was something I never wanted to become the foundation of your identity. Because I do not want you to build your worth on things that can disappear. Not on approval, not on possessions, not on titles, not on people's opinions. Your worth comes from something much deeper. You belong to me. Before anyone recognized your value, I already placed value inside you. Before anyone celebrated you, I already loved you. Before anyone believed in your future, I already prepared a purpose for you. My child, never allow temporary seasons to make you forget eternal truth. Storms pass. Difficult days pass. Confusing seasons pass. But my love remains. My presence remains. My promises remain. I know you sometimes become discouraged because you cannot see the full picture. But a painter does not abandon the painting because the first strokes do not reveal the final image. A builder does not quit because the foundation does not yet look like a beautiful home. And I do not stop working on you because the process is not finished. You are becoming. You are growing. You are being shaped. Trust the hands that are shaping you. If these words are touching your spirit today, write, Amen, Lord, complete your work in me. My beloved child, I also want you to understand why I have strengthened you through everything you faced. It was not only so you could survive. It was so you could become a light. There are people who will need the hope I placed inside you. There are people who will need the wisdom you gained from your storms. There are people who will need to hear that healing is possible because they see healing happening in you. Do not hide your story because it has painful chapters. Those chapters show my faithfulness. Those chapters show that darkness did not win. Those chapters show that my hand was stronger than everything that came against you. Your life can become encouragement. Your kindness can become a message. Your compassion can become an answer to someone else's prayer. I did not create you only to receive blessings. I created you to become a blessing. The river that flows brings life. The light that shines guides others. The heart that has been healed can help another heart believe healing is possible. My child, never underestimate what I can do through you. You may think your small acts of love do not matter. But I see what you cannot see. I see the person who almost gave up but found strength through your words. I see the person who felt forgotten but felt noticed because of your kindness. I see the impact of every good seed you plant. Nothing done through love is wasted. Continue walking. Continue giving. Continue trusting. Continue becoming the person I created you to be. If today's message has renewed your hope, comment, Yes, Lord, use my life for your purpose. My child, I want you to remember this as you continue forward. Do not chase a life that only looks successful on the outside, but leaves your soul empty. Seek a life filled with my presence. Seek peace that does not disappear when circumstances change. Seek purpose that is deeper than applause. Because everything the world gives can fade. But what I build within you will remain. I am building patience. I am building wisdom. I am building faith. I am building a heart that knows me. And that is a treasure no situation can steal. So release the fear. Release the pressure. Release the belief that you must have everything solved today. Walk with me. Trust me. Let me lead. If you feel happy with my words and this message has brought encouragement to your heart, support this journey by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who needs this reminder today. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. My beloved child, I leave you with this truth. You were never forgotten in the waiting. You were never abandoned in the storm. You were never unseen in the silence. I was there. I am here. And I will continue walking with you. Your story is not ending. Your hope is not gone. Your purpose is not lost. Keep your eyes on me. The next chapter is still in my hands. My beloved child, there are moments when you look around and feel as though everyone else has found their place, while you are still searching for yours. You see others moving forward. You see doors opening for them. You see their celebrations, their achievements, their answered prayers, and quietly inside your heart you wonder, Lord, have you forgotten about me? But today, I want you to hear my voice above every fear. I have not forgotten you. I have not misplaced your dreams. I have not overlooked your prayers. I have not removed my hand from your life. You are not standing outside my plan. You are standing inside a season of preparation that your eyes do not fully understand yet. My child, the seed hidden beneath the soil may look forgotten, but the gardener knows exactly where it was planted. The seed cannot see the sunlight. The seed cannot see the flowers around it. The seed cannot understand why it must remain hidden for a time. But deep beneath the surface, life is moving. Roots are growing. Strength is forming. A future that cannot yet be seen is being prepared. And my child, that is what I have been doing inside you. The hidden seasons were not wasted seasons. The quiet seasons were not empty seasons. The waiting seasons were not abandoned seasons. They were places where I was growing something that would last. You asked me for the blessing. I prepared your foundation. You asked me for the destination. I strengthened you for the journey. You asked me for the open door. I worked on the person who would walk through it. Because, my child, I care more about who you become than how quickly you arrive. If you trust that I am preparing you even when life feels slow, right? Lord, I believe your timing is perfect. I want you to continue listening, because the words ahead are for the parts of your heart that have been silently tired. You have carried the pressure of needing to prove yourself. You have carried the fear of being left behind. You have carried the weight of expectations from others. But my child, I never asked you to live your life as a race against everyone else. You are not competing for my love. You already have it. You are not fighting for my attention. You already have it. You are not trying to earn your worth. I already placed it within you. The world teaches you to measure yourself by speed, success, and comparison. But I measure differently. I see the kindness nobody noticed. I see the growth nobody celebrated. I see the battles you fought quietly. I see the moments when choosing hope required all the strength you had. And those moments matter to me. My child, there are victories in your life that no person applauded, but heaven saw them. The moment you chose forgiveness instead of bitterness. I saw it. The moment you prayed again after feeling disappointed. I saw it. The moment you continued walking when everything inside you wanted to stop. I saw it. Never believe that unnoticed means unimportant. Some of the greatest things I create begin in places nobody sees. My child, I know you sometimes wish the process was easier. You wish healing happened instantly. You wish answers came immediately. You wish the path was always clear. But growth requires trust. A tree does not become strong in one day. A diamond is not formed without pressure. A heart does not become wise without learning. Every season has shaped something within you. Even the seasons you did not choose. Even the moments you wanted to escape. Even the roads you did not understand. I was using all of it. The pain taught you compassion. The waiting taught you patience. The uncertainty taught you faith. The loneliness taught you that my presence is enough. Nothing has been wasted in my hands. My child, stop looking at your life as a collection of mistakes. Look again. See the lessons. See the growth. See the strength that was created. See how many things you survived because I was holding you. You are not the same person you were before the storm. You have deeper roots now. You have greater wisdom now. You have a heart that understands things comfort could never teach. If these words are reminding you that your journey has meaning, right? Amen, God is shaping my story. My beloved child, I want to speak to the dreams you buried, the dreams you stopped talking about, the dreams you placed away because hoping again felt too dangerous. I know where they are. I know the desires I placed inside your heart. I know the prayers you whispered years ago and never mentioned again. You may have forgotten some of them. I have not. But understand this. Sometimes before I revive a dream, I restore the person carrying it. Because I do not only care about what you achieve. I care about your heart. I do not want success to steal your peace. I do not want blessings to become burdens. I do not want open doors to take you away from me. So I prepare you. I teach you. I strengthen you. I remind you where your true foundation is. Your identity is not found in what you accomplish. Your identity is found in being mine. When you know that, you can receive blessings without being controlled by them. You can walk through success without losing humility. You can face challenges without losing hope. My child, the work I do inside you is always greater than what people see outside you. So do not rush. Do not panic. Do not believe the lie that time is running out. I created time. I know exactly how to bring the right things at the right moment. What belongs to you will not miss you when you are walking with me. Keep trusting. Keep growing. Keep allowing me to guide your steps. My child, there are people you have not met yet who will need the person you are becoming. There are conversations in your future where your experience will become someone else's encouragement. There are moments ahead where you will understand why I taught you what I taught you. Your journey is connected to more than yourself. That is why I am shaping your heart carefully. A gentle heart can heal. A patient heart can guide. A faithful heart can inspire. And I am creating those things within you. Do not underestimate the quiet work I am doing. The world may admire what happens on the stage, but I also value what happens in the hidden places. Because hidden growth creates lasting strength. My beloved child, today release the fear that you are forgotten. Release the fear that nothing is happening. Release the fear that your story is too late. You are exactly where I can reach you. You are exactly where I can teach you. You are exactly where I can prepare you. Keep walking with me. The road ahead still holds moments you have not imagined. There will be days when you look back and say, "Now I understand why God made me wait." Until that day arrives, trust my heart. Trust my hands. Trust my timing. Because I have been faithful through every yesterday. I am faithful in this moment, and I will remain faithful in every tomorrow waiting for you. My beloved child, there is something I want you to understand when life feels uncertain and your heart becomes tired from waiting. The path you cannot understand today may become the path you thank me for tomorrow. The delay that frustrated you may become the protection that saved you. The closed door that made you cry may become the reason you finally walked toward the place where you truly belonged. You see only a small part of the story. I see every chapter. You see the moment. I see the purpose. You see what disappeared. I see what I am preparing to place into your life at the appointed time. My child, I know it is not always easy to trust when the road ahead is covered in fog. I know you want answers. I know you want signs. I know you want to understand why certain things happen the way they did. But there are moments when I do not immediately give explanations because I am inviting you into something deeper. Trust, a trust that does not depend only on what you receive. A trust that does not disappear when circumstances change. A trust that says, even when I do not understand, I know my Father is guiding me. That kind of faith is precious. That kind of faith grows roots that storms cannot easily remove. My child, you have survived moments that once looked impossible. Do you remember the days when you thought you would never recover? The nights when you wondered how you would face tomorrow? The seasons when everything around you seemed uncertain? Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still listening, still searching for my voice. That is not because the storm was weak. It is because my hand was strong. I held you when you did not know how to hold yourself. I guided you when you did not know which direction to take. I gave you strength for moments you thought would completely break you. If you remember the times I carried you before, right? Lord, you have always been with me. My child, continue listening, because I want to speak to the part of you that is afraid to hope again. There are dreams inside you that became quiet, not because they disappeared, but because disappointment taught you to hide them. There are desires you stopped mentioning because waiting became painful. There are prayers you stopped praying because you wondered if my answer would ever come. But I want you to know something. I remember. I remember the prayers spoken through tears. I remember the dreams you placed before me. I remember the promises I whispered into your heart. Nothing entrusted to me is forgotten. But my child, before I prepare the blessing for you, I prepare you for the blessing. Because I love you too much to give you something that your heart is not ready to carry. A blessing without wisdom can become a burden. An opportunity without preparation can become overwhelming. A dream without strong roots can fall when storms arrive. So I have been growing your roots. I have been teaching you patience. I have been building humility. I have been creating strength that will remain when the next season comes. Do not reject the preparation because you cannot yet see the result. The hidden work matters. The unseen growth matters. The quiet transformation matters. My child, I am doing more inside you than you realize. You are becoming more compassionate. You are becoming wiser. You are learning what truly matters. You are learning that peace is not found in controlling everything, but in trusting the one who holds everything. And I hold everything. Your past, your present, your future, every part of your life is known by me. I know the moments you celebrate. I know the moments you hide. I know the chapters you wish you could rewrite. And still I choose you. Still I love you. Still I call you my child. Do not let shame convince you to run away from the one who wants to heal you. Come closer. Bring me the broken places. Bring me the memories that still hurt. Bring me the fears you cannot explain. I am not here to condemn you. I am here to restore you. My child, sometimes you look at yourself and only see what needs to be fixed. But I look at you and see what I created. I see the kindness that remains after pain. I see the courage that remains after disappointment. I see the faith that remains after storms. You are not a failure because you struggled. You are a testimony because you continued. If these words are touching your heart today, right? Amen, God is restoring me. Let your heart believe again. Let your soul breathe again. Let hope return again. The story is not over. The road has not ended. The purpose I placed inside you has not expired. My beloved child, I also want you to remember that the healing I give you is not meant to stop with you. I comfort you so that your life can become comfort for others. I strengthen you so that you can encourage someone who feels weak. I guide you through valleys so that one day you can help another person find their way. Your experience has value. Your story has meaning. Your voice can bring hope. Never believe that you have nothing to offer. A heart that has walked through darkness and still chooses love carries a powerful light. A person who has experienced pain and still chooses kindness reflects my heart. A soul that has been restored becomes evidence that new beginnings are possible. My child, you may not see the influence of your life today, but I see it. I see every person you will encourage. I see every heart your kindness will touch. I see every moment where your journey will remind someone else not to give up. That is why I continue shaping you. That is why I continue leading you. You were created for more than survival. You were created to carry hope. So today, lift your head. Release the thoughts that say nothing will change. Release the fear that says you are too late. Release the doubt that says I have forgotten you. Those voices do not come from me. My voice speaks life. My voice speaks peace. My voice speaks purpose. Listen to my voice. Walk with me into the unknown. You do not need to see the entire road. You only need to trust the one walking beside you. My child, remember this. Every delay is held in my wisdom. Every tear is held in my love. Every tomorrow is held in my hands. I was with you in the beginning. I am with you in this moment. And I will be with you through every step still waiting ahead. You are loved. You are guided. You are never alone. My beloved child, there is a place inside your heart that you rarely show to anyone. A quiet place where you keep your deepest questions, your silent fears, your memories, and the dreams you are afraid to speak about because you do not want to feel disappointment again. But I see that place. I have always seen it. I see beyond the words you speak. I see beyond the smile you show. I see beyond the strength you display when everyone believes you are completely fine. My child, you may hide your pain from the world, but you never have to hide it from me. I do not turn away from your tears. I do not reject your questions. I do not become tired of hearing your prayers. Even when your words are broken, I understand the language of your heart. There were moments when all you could do was sit quietly, because you did not even know what to ask anymore. You thought silence meant your faith was weak. But I was listening even then. A tear can become a prayer. A sigh can reach heaven. A heart that turns toward me, even without perfect words, is precious in my sight. My child, I never asked you to perform before me. I asked you to come close. Come when you feel strong. Come when you feel weak. Come when you understand. Come when everything feels confusing. Because my love for you does not change with your circumstances. I loved you before your greatest success. I loved you after your deepest mistake. I loved you in the seasons when you felt proud of yourself. And I loved you in the seasons when you struggled to look at yourself with kindness. You have always been my child. If you believe that my love is greater than your mistakes, right? Lord, I receive your love. My child, continue listening, because there is a truth your soul needs to remember today. You have spent too many years fighting battles inside your own mind. You have carried thoughts that were never meant to live there. Thoughts saying you are not enough. Thoughts saying your chance has passed. Thoughts saying you cannot become anything more than your past. But those thoughts are not my voice. My voice brings hope. My voice brings healing. My voice reminds you who you truly are. You are not the opinion of someone who misunderstood you. You are not the rejection you experienced. You are not the painful words someone spoke in a moment when they failed to see your worth. You are mine, and what belongs to me is valuable. My child, when I created you, I did not create a mistake. I placed gifts within you. I placed kindness within you. I placed purpose within you. There are things inside you that the world has not even seen yet. Do not bury what I planted because someone failed to appreciate the garden growing inside you. Not everyone will recognize what I am doing in your life. That is okay. A seed does not need the approval of everyone walking above the ground. It only needs to stay connected to the source of life. Stay connected to me. Let me water what I planted. Let me grow what I began. Let me finish what my hands started. My child, you have asked many times why certain people left your life. You wondered if their absence meant something was wrong with you. But sometimes separation is protection. Sometimes removal is redirection. Sometimes I allow distance because I know what your heart cannot yet see. Do not chase every door I close. Do not hold tightly to everything I ask you to release. Trust that I know what belongs in your journey. Some people are part of a chapter. Some lessons are part of a season. But my presence is for your entire story. I will never walk away. When others leave, I remain. When seasons change, I remain. When everything feels uncertain, I remain. My child, I want you to find security in the one who cannot be taken away. Because when your foundation is me, you can survive changes without losing yourself. If these words are giving your heart peace, right? Amen, God is my foundation. My beloved child, I know there were times when you wished your journey looked different. You wished you learned certain lessons without pain. You wished some chapters never happened. You wished you could go back and change things. But listen to me carefully. I can restore what you cannot rewrite. I can create purpose from places you only see as mistakes. I can bring wisdom from experiences you wish you never faced. Nothing placed in my hands is beyond redemption. The broken road can still lead somewhere beautiful. The painful chapter can still become part of a powerful testimony. The difficult season can still produce something meaningful. Trust what I can do. Do not limit my power by the size of your problem. Do not measure your future by your current feelings. Feelings change. Circumstances change. But I remain faithful. My child, there is still so much ahead of you. There are moments of joy you have not experienced yet. There are prayers that will be answered in ways you did not expect. There are people you will meet who will remind you why certain things never worked out before. There are opportunities prepared that your eyes cannot see today. Do not give up before the next chapter begins. Do not stop walking because one part of the road became difficult. I am leading you. Every step, every season, every moment. My child, the healing happening inside you right now is preparing you for what comes next. A healed heart sees differently. A peaceful heart chooses wisely. A restored heart loves without being controlled by old wounds. That is what I am creating in you. Not just a changed situation, a changed heart. Because when your heart is renewed, you carry my light wherever you go. You become patient where others expect anger. You become kind where others expect bitterness. You become hopeful where others expect defeat. That is how your life becomes a message. Not only through words, but through the way you live, the way you forgive, the way you continue, the way you love after everything you have experienced. My child, never underestimate the beauty of a heart that still chooses goodness after walking through pain. I see that beauty in you. I see your growth. I see your progress. I see the person you are becoming. So tonight, release the old fear. Release the heavy thoughts. Release the belief that nothing is changing. Something is changing. You are changing. You are healing. You are growing. You are becoming stronger. Trust the quiet work I am doing. Trust the unseen movements of my hands. Trust that even now, I am arranging what belongs ahead. My beloved child, remember this always. You were loved before you achieved anything. You were chosen before you proved anything. You were mine before the world ever knew your name. Walk forward with peace. Walk forward with courage. Walk forward knowing that the one who started this work in you will continue guiding you until everything I planned is fulfilled. I have never stopped loving you. I have never stopped leading you. And I will never stop calling you my child. My beloved child, there is something I want to whisper into the deepest place of your heart today. You have spent so much time asking me to change what is happening around you, but you have not always noticed the miracle I have been creating within you. You prayed for the storm to disappear, but I was teaching you that you could stand with me even while the wind was still blowing. You prayed for every problem to leave, but I was showing you that my peace can reach places where perfect circumstances never could. You prayed for the road to become easier, but I was strengthening your feet for the journey I prepared for you. My child, I know you do not always understand my methods. I know sometimes you look toward heaven and quietly say, Lord, why this way? Why this season? Why this long? And I do not reject those questions. I know they come from a heart that is tired. I know they come from a soul that has been carrying many things. But today, I want you to remember this truth. My ways are always connected to my love for you. Even when I correct you, even when I redirect you, even when I ask you to wait. Everything I do flows from the heart of a father who sees further than you can see. My child you see today. I see eternity. You see the pain of the moment. I see the purpose being created through the process. You see the difficulty of the road. I see the strength being formed in the traveler. And that traveler is you. You are not the same person you were before the battles began. Look carefully. You have grown. You have learned. You have become stronger in places where you once felt powerless. The storms did not only test you, they revealed what I placed inside you. If you believe that I have been growing your strength through every season, right? Lord, I trust what you are creating in me. My child, keep listening, because there are still words your heart needs before this journey is complete. I want to talk about the moments when you felt unseen. The moments when you did the right thing and nobody noticed. The moments when you gave love and received nothing back. The moments when you kept showing kindness while carrying your own silent battles. I saw every one. Nothing done with a pure heart disappears before me. The world may forget. People may overlook. But I remember. I remember the prayers nobody heard. I remember the sacrifices nobody thanked you for. I remember the strength it took just to continue. My child, heaven sees what human eyes miss. Never stop doing good simply because people do not applaud. Never stop loving simply because someone failed to value your heart. Never stop walking in kindness because the world sometimes chooses coldness. The seeds you plant today may become a harvest you cannot yet imagine. A small act of love can travel further than you know. A gentle word can rescue a heart you did not know was breaking. A moment of compassion can become the reminder someone needed that they were not forgotten. That is why I continue shaping you. Not only so you can receive, but so you can give. Not only so you can be healed, but so you can carry healing. Not only so you can find hope, but so you can become a reflection of hope. My child, your life is connected to more than your own story. There are people who will understand my love because of the way you choose to love. There are people who will believe they can rise again because they watched you rise. There are people who will find courage because your testimony reminds them that the darkness does not last forever. Do not hide the story I have been writing. Do not be ashamed of the journey that shaped you. A restored life is a powerful message. My child, I know there are chapters you wish looked different. There are moments you wish you could erase. There are decisions you wish you could remake. But I want you to stop standing in yesterday asking why you cannot move forward. Give yesterday to me. Give me the regrets. Give me the memories. Give me the questions. I know how to take the pieces of what was and create something beautiful from them. Your past may have influenced you, but it does not own you. Your pain may have shaped you, but it does not define you. Your mistakes may have taught you, but they do not control the ending of your story. I am the one writing the ending. And I am not finished. If these words remind you that your future is still in my hands, right? Amen, my story is not over. My beloved child, I also want you to stop being afraid of the unknown. You often fear tomorrow because you imagine facing it alone. But you never enter a day where I am not already present. Before tomorrow arrives for you, it is already known by me. Before you face the challenge, I have already prepared the strength. Before you ask for wisdom, I already know what you need. You are not walking into uncertainty alone. You are walking with your Father. Trust me with the doors that have not opened. Trust me with the answers that have not arrived. Trust me with the dreams that are still growing. Trust me with the prayers that seem delayed. Because I have never lost anything placed into my hands. My timing does not fail. My love does not fade. My promises do not expire. There will come a moment when you look back and understand why certain things had to happen differently than you planned. You will see why some doors closed. You will understand why some roads changed. You will recognize the protection hidden inside the delay. And you will say, Lord, you were guiding me even when I could not see. Until that day comes, walk by faith. Take the next step. Do the next right thing. Love the people around you. Grow where I have planted you. Let me handle what your hands cannot control. My child, your responsibility is not to carry the entire future. Your responsibility is to stay close to me today. I will provide tomorrow's strength when tomorrow arrives. I will provide tomorrow's wisdom when tomorrow comes. I have never failed to give you what you needed at the right moment. Remember every time you thought you could not continue. Yet you continued. Remember every situation you thought would defeat you. Yet you survived. Remember every night you thought would never end. Yet morning came. My hand was there. My grace was there. My love was there. And it will continue to be there. So breathe again, my child. Believe again. Hope again. The road ahead is not empty. I am already working there. I am preparing what your eyes cannot see. I am arranging what your hands cannot reach. I am creating something greater than your fears have allowed you to imagine. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep your heart open. Because the one who began this journey with you will never leave before it is complete. My beloved child, there is a reason why I have brought you through every valley, every delay, every unanswered question, and every season where you wondered if you had enough strength to continue. Nothing in your journey has been without meaning. Nothing that reached my hands has been wasted. The tears you thought disappeared into silence were seen by me. The prayers you thought were too small were heard by me. The moments when you felt invisible were the very moments when my eyes were fixed on you. My child, I know there were days when you looked at your life and asked, Lord, why did this happen? Why did you allow me to walk through something so difficult? But I want you to understand something today. I was not creating pain to destroy you. I was creating strength that would carry you. I was not allowing the storm because I abandoned you. I was teaching you that even storms must answer to my authority. I was not letting the darkness win. I was showing you that my light can reach even the deepest places. You saw a battle. I saw training. You saw a delay. I saw preparation. You saw a broken road. I saw the path where I would reveal my faithfulness. My child, your story is not only about what happened to you. It is about what I am creating through you. The same place where you cried can become the place where you comfort another person. The same struggle that tested your faith can become the testimony that strengthens someone else. The same valley where you thought you were alone can become the message that tells others they are never alone. I do not only heal wounds. I transform them into wisdom. I do not only restore hearts. I use restored hearts to bring hope into the world. If you believe that I can use your story for something greater, right? Lord, use my life for your purpose. My child, continue listening, because I am not finished speaking to your heart. There are still pieces of your soul that have been carrying old burdens. There are still places where fear tries to whisper that nothing will change. But today, I am reminding you, you are not the person you were when the storm began. Look again. You have grown. You have learned. You have survived. The things that once would have completely broken you are now things you face with greater wisdom. That is not because the journey became easier. It is because you became stronger while holding my hand. You learned that peace does not mean everything around you is perfect. Peace means knowing that I am with you even when everything around you is uncertain. You learned that courage does not mean you never feel afraid. Courage means you keep walking because you know I walk beside you. You learned that faith does not mean you always understand. Faith means you trust my heart when you cannot yet understand my plan. My child, that kind of faith is precious. That kind of faith becomes a foundation that cannot easily be shaken. Do not despise the process that created it. I know you wanted faster answers. I know you wanted easier roads. I know you wanted some chapters to change. But I was working deeper than your circumstances. I was working inside your heart. Because everything outside you can change, but what I build inside you will travel with you everywhere you go. A peaceful heart is a treasure. A faithful spirit is a treasure. A soul that knows me beyond temporary blessings is a treasure. That is what I have been forming in you. My child, stop believing that you have fallen behind. You are not late. You are learning. You are not forgotten. You are becoming. You are not missing your purpose. You are walking through the preparation connected to it. The world may rush, but I move with wisdom. The world may compare, but I create unique paths. The world may measure success by what is seen, but I also measure what happens quietly within the heart. And I see your heart. I see the kindness that remained after disappointment. I see the hope that survived after pain. I see the faith that continued after questions. Those things are beautiful to me. If these words are strengthening your spirit, right? Amen, God is still working in me. My beloved child, I want you to remember that the blessings I give are not meant to stop with you. A river that only receives and never flows becomes still. But a river that continues moving brings life wherever it goes. I created you to be a channel of my love. The encouragement I give you can encourage another. The forgiveness I show you can teach you to forgive another. The patience I give you can help you be patient with someone who is still growing. Your life has influence. Your words matter. Your choices matter. Your love matters. Do not believe that you must stand before thousands of people to make a difference. Sometimes the greatest impact begins with one person. One conversation. One act of kindness. One moment where you choose love instead of anger. I use small things to create great changes. My child, there are people around you who need the light I placed inside you. Do not hide it because you think it is too small. A small light still changes a dark room. A small seed still carries a forest within it. A small step of faith can begin a journey that changes everything. Keep walking with me. Keep allowing me to shape you. Keep allowing my love to flow through you. And remember, if you feel happy with my words, and this message has given strength to your heart, support this journey by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who may need encouragement today. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. My child, as you continue from this moment, do not return to the old belief that you are alone. You have never taken one step without me knowing. You have never cried one tear without me seeing. You have never faced one battle without my presence near you. The road ahead may still contain questions, but it also contains my guidance. The future may still contain unknown moments, but it also contains my promises. Walk forward with peace. Walk forward with courage. Walk forward knowing that the same God who protected you yesterday is already preparing tomorrow. I am not finished. Your story is still unfolding. Your purpose is still alive. Your life is still held safely in my hands. My beloved child, there is something I want you to hear in the quiet places of your soul today. You have spent many moments wondering when everything will finally make sense. You have looked at the pieces of your life and asked, Lord, how can these broken parts ever become something beautiful? But I want you to remember who is holding those pieces. You are not placing your life into the hands of someone who does not understand you. You are placing your life into my hands. The hands that formed you. The hands that carried you. The hands that protected you in battles you never even knew were happening. My child, I have always known how to create beauty from what looks unfinished. I create mornings after the darkest nights. I create flowers from seeds buried beneath the ground. I create strength from seasons where you thought you had nothing left. So do not look at your current chapter and decide that the story has no hope. I am still writing. I am still shaping. I am still creating something greater than what your eyes can see today. You see scattered pieces. I see a masterpiece being formed. You see unanswered questions. I see wisdom growing through the journey. You see moments that feel delayed. I see everything moving according to the perfect timing I prepared. My child, trust me when the process feels slow. Trust me when the path looks different than you expected. Trust me when you cannot understand why I am leading you a certain way. Because my direction is always connected to my love. I never guide you without purpose. I never allow a season without seeing how I can use it. I never forget the child whose name is written upon my heart. If you believe that I am creating something beautiful from your journey, right, Lord, I trust your hands. My child, continue listening, because there are still truths I want to place inside your heart. There were moments when you thought your weakness made you less valuable. You looked at the times you struggled and believed they proved you were not strong enough. But I see differently. I saw every moment you wanted to quit, but chose to continue. I saw every moment you were afraid, but still took another step. I saw every moment when your faith was shaking, but you still whispered my name. That matters to me. A small flame in the darkness is still light. A small step forward is still progress. A small prayer spoken through tears still reaches me. Do not judge your journey by how difficult it has been. Look at how many times you have risen again. That strength did not come from nowhere. I was there. I was lifting you. I was reminding your heart that the story was not finished. My child, I know the world often celebrates the finished result and ignores the process. But I see the process. I see the unseen growth. I see the quiet victories. I see the transformation happening inside you. The person you are becoming matters more than the speed of your journey. You may feel like you are moving slowly, but every step with me has purpose. Every lesson has meaning. Every season has something to teach you. Do not rush past what I am using to shape you. My child, the butterfly cannot skip the process of transformation. The flower cannot skip the season of growth. The sunrise cannot appear before its appointed time. Everything beautiful has a moment of becoming. And so do you. If these words remind you that your process has purpose, right? Amen, God is still shaping me. My beloved child, I also want you to release the fear of what is ahead. You spend so much energy worrying about moments that have not arrived. You imagine problems before they happen. You carry tomorrow's weight while still walking through today. But I never asked you to carry the entire future. I asked you to walk with me. One step, one moment, one day. The strength you need tomorrow will arrive when tomorrow comes. The wisdom you need for the next season will be given at the right time. The doors that need to open will open when you are ready to enter. Trust the rhythm of my guidance. I know when to move. I know when to wait. I know when to open. I know when to protect. Nothing about your life surprises me. The situations that feel unexpected to you are already known by me. The problems that seem too large for you are not too large for me. The roads that appear impossible are still under my authority. So breathe, my child. Let go of the pressure to control everything. Let go of the belief that you must solve every question before you can have peace. True peace does not come from knowing every answer. True peace comes from knowing that I am with you. And I am. Right now. In this moment. Closer than your worries. Greater than your fears. More faithful than your doubts. My child, there is another truth I want you to carry. Your life is touching more people than you realize. You may think your kindness goes unnoticed. You may think your efforts do not matter. You may think your small acts of love disappear. But I see the seeds you plant. A tree does not appear the same day the seed enters the ground. But the seed still matters. In the same way, the good you do may not always show results immediately. But nothing done through love is wasted. Your words can strengthen someone. Your patience can inspire someone. Your story can remind someone that hope still exists. That is why I continue working in you. I am not only preparing blessings for you. I am preparing blessings through you. My child, you were created to carry light. Not because you never experienced darkness, but because you learned that darkness could not overcome the light I placed within you. Your scars do not make you useless. They show places where healing has happened. Your past does not remove your purpose. It becomes part of the testimony I can use. Your journey matters. Your life matters. You matter to me. So walk forward today with a new heart. Do not walk as someone defeated. Walk as someone guided. Do not walk as someone forgotten. Walk as someone deeply loved. Do not walk as someone who has no future. Walk as someone whose tomorrow is held by me. My beloved child, remember this. I was present in the chapters you did not understand. I am present in the chapter you are living now. And I will be present in every chapter still waiting ahead. The same love that found you in your lowest moments will continue leading you toward everything I have prepared. Keep believing. Keep trusting. Keep walking. Because I am not finished with you. The work I began in your heart is still growing, and when the right season arrives, you will finally understand why every step mattered. My beloved child, there is something I want you to understand today before you take another step forward. The season that made you feel hidden was never the season where I stopped seeing you. The season that made you feel forgotten was never the season where I stopped remembering you. The season that made you question your future was never the season where I stopped preparing it. I was there in the quiet. I was there in the waiting. I was there in the moments when you looked around and wondered why everyone else seemed to be moving while you remained in the same place. My child, you measured progress by what changed around you. But I measured progress by what was growing within you. You counted the doors that had not opened. I counted the strength being formed in your heart. You counted the prayers that had not yet been answered. I counted the trust that was growing deeper with every step. You counted the things you lost. I counted the wisdom you gained. Do not look at your journey only through human eyes. There are victories inside you that cannot be captured by the world's measurements. The patience you developed is a victory. The kindness you kept after being hurt is a victory. The faith you protected during uncertainty is a victory. The fact that you are still here, still hoping, still reaching toward me is a victory. My child, I have watched you grow in ways you have not noticed. You are not the same person who first entered the storm. Your heart has changed. Your understanding has deepened. Your compassion has expanded. The things that once controlled your emotions no longer have the same power over you. That is growth. That is healing. That is my work happening quietly inside you. If you recognize that I have been changing you through every season, right, Lord, continue your work in my heart. My child, keep listening, because I want to speak to the dreams you almost gave up on. I know there are desires inside you that became silent. You stopped talking about them because waiting hurt. You stopped imagining possibilities because disappointment visited too many times. You told yourself it was safer not to expect anything. But my child, do not allow yesterday's disappointment to become tomorrow's limitation. One painful season does not mean every season ahead will carry the same pain. One closed door does not mean every door will remain closed. One unanswered prayer does not mean I stopped listening. I was listening then. I am listening now. And I will continue listening. I know the difference between what you want and what your soul truly needs. I know the difference between something that looks good for a moment and something that will bless your life deeply. Trust my wisdom. There were things you cried over losing that you will one day thank me for removing. There were delays that frustrated you that you will one day recognize as protection. There were moments you thought I was holding something back when I was actually holding you close. My love was present even when my answer looked different than your request. My child, never confuse my correction with rejection. Never confuse my waiting season with absence. Never confuse my redirection with abandonment. Every movement of my hand is guided by love. You may not always understand immediately, but one day many things will become clear. You will look back and see that I was arranging pieces you did not even know existed. You will see that I was preparing answers before you knew how to ask. You will see that I was walking ahead of you while also standing beside you. My child, the future that feels unknown to you is already known by me. Do not fear what I already hold. Do not panic over what is already under my care. Do not lose peace over a chapter where I am still writing. If these words are reminding you to trust again, right? Amen, my future is in God's hands. My beloved child, I also want you to remember that your life was never created only for receiving. I place something inside you that the world needs. Your kindness, your compassion, your wisdom, your story. You may think your experiences were only struggles, but I can transform those struggles into bridges that reach other hearts. Someone will need the encouragement that comes from your journey. Someone will need the hope that grew from your healing. Someone will need to see that a person can walk through difficult seasons and still rise again. Do not hide the light I placed inside you. The world does not need you to pretend you never faced darkness. The world needs to see that darkness was not able to defeat the light within you. Your testimony is powerful because it is real. Your compassion is powerful because it was formed through experience. Your faith is powerful because it survived storms. My child, every chapter has been preparing you. Even the chapters you did not understand. Even the seasons you wanted to skip. Even the moments when you wondered why the road had become so difficult. I was using all of it. The pressure shaped perseverance. The waiting shaped patience. The pain shaped compassion. The uncertainty shaped trust. Nothing surrendered to me remains wasted. I know how to turn the deepest valleys into places where new strength begins. My child, release the fear that says your life is ordinary and meaningless. There is purpose in the way you love. There is purpose in the way you encourage. There is purpose in the way you continue choosing hope. Small acts done with a faithful heart can create changes beyond what you can see. A simple word can lift a person who is close to giving up. A simple kindness can remind someone that they matter. A simple moment of love can become a memory someone carries for years. Never underestimate what I can do through a willing heart. I do not need perfection from you. I desire connection with you. Stay close to me. Let me continue shaping you. Let me continue healing the places that still hurt. Let me continue teaching you how to see yourself through my eyes. Because, my child, you have spent too much time seeing yourself through the eyes of your wounds. Now learn to see yourself through the eyes of your Creator. You are loved. You are chosen. You are being renewed. You are not the broken version of yourself that fear keeps showing you. You are the person I am patiently restoring. Walk like someone who believes my promises. Speak like someone who knows my love. Live like someone who understands that every day is a gift. My beloved child, as you move forward, remember this. I have never needed perfect circumstances to fulfill my purpose. I have never needed a perfect past to create a beautiful future. I have never needed a perfect person to reveal my love. I only need a heart willing to trust me. So give me your heart again. Give me your worries. Give me your dreams. Give me the unknown road ahead. I will guide every step. The story is still unfolding. The work is still happening. The promise is still alive. And through every moment, every season, and every chapter still to come, I will remain exactly where I have always been. With you, my beloved child, there is something I want you to hold close when the noise of the world becomes too loud and your heart begins to feel overwhelmed. You do not have to understand everything to trust me. You do not have to see the entire road to take the next step with me. You do not have to know how every piece will come together before you believe that I am still working. My child, so many times you have exhausted yourself trying to solve things that were never meant to rest on your shoulders alone. You carried tomorrow's worries. You carried yesterday's regrets. You carried questions about things beyond your control. And while you were carrying all of this, I was gently calling you, saying, "Come closer, my child. Let me carry what is too heavy for you." But sometimes your fear speaks louder than my invitation. Fear tells you that if you stop worrying, everything will fall apart. Fear tells you that if you release control, you will lose everything. Fear tells you that you must hold the entire future in your own hands. But my child, your hands were never created to hold the weight of the entire future. Mine were. I created you to walk with me, not ahead of me in anxiety, not behind me in fear, but with me in trust, step by step, moment by moment, day by day. You may not know what is coming next, but you know who is walking beside you. And that is enough. You do not need a perfect map when you are walking with the perfect guide. My child, if you are ready to release your worries into my hands, right? Lord, I surrender my fears to you. I want you to keep receiving these words because there are places in your heart where peace is returning. There are places where hope is beginning to breathe again. There are places where old fear is losing its power. For too long, you believed that peace would only come after everything changed. You thought, when the problem disappears, then I will rest. When the answer comes, then I will trust. When everything becomes clear, then I will stop being afraid. But my child, the peace I give is different. My peace can meet you before the answer arrives. My peace can hold you while the storm is still passing. My peace can strengthen you even when circumstances have not yet changed. Because true peace is not the absence of every problem. True peace is the presence of your Father in the middle of everything. I am your peace, not the situation, not the outcome, not the approval of people, not the things you can control. Me. When your heart rests in me, the waves around you lose their power to control the world inside you. My child, remember the storms you already survived. Remember the situations you thought would never improve. Remember the nights when you thought your heart would never heal. But look at you now. You are still here. You are still standing. You are still growing. You are still reaching for my voice. That is evidence that my strength has been carrying you. Do not forget what I have already done, because you are worried about what has not happened yet. The same love that carried you through yesterday will carry you through tomorrow. The same wisdom that guided you before will guide you again. The same hands that protected you then are holding you now. My child, I have never failed to meet you where you are. If these words are filling your heart with peace, right? Amen, God is my strength and my peace. My beloved child, I also want you to understand that sometimes I slow you down because your soul needs rest. You live in a world that always tells you to move faster, achieve more, become more, chase more. But I see the parts of you that become tired from constantly trying to prove your worth. I see when your heart becomes exhausted from comparing your journey to someone else's. I see when you forget that you are already loved. So sometimes I invite you into stillness, not because your life has stopped, but because your soul needs to breathe. A field cannot produce a harvest every single day without seasons of renewal. A person cannot pour out forever without being filled again. Even the strongest hearts need time in my presence. Do not call rest failure. Do not call a quiet season wasted. There are things I restore in stillness that cannot be restored in constant movement. There are truths you hear in silence that you miss in noise. There are wounds I heal when you finally stop running. My child, come back to me. Not only when you need something. Not only when problems appear. Not only when life becomes too heavy. Come because you are mine. Come because I love hearing from you. Come because your heart was created to know mine. I am not only the one who answers prayers. I am the one who walks with you after the prayer is spoken. I want a relationship with you, not just requests from you. I want your heart, not just your moments of emergency. Because when you truly know me, you will begin to see everything differently. You will see delays differently. You will see challenges differently. You will see yourself differently. You will stop asking, "Am I forgotten?" and begin saying, "My Father is still working." You will stop asking, will I survive this? And begin saying, my Father will carry me through this. You will stop asking, is there hope? And begin remembering, my Father is my hope. My child, that is the transformation I desire within you. A heart that is not controlled by every changing season. A faith that is rooted deeply. A peace that remains because it is built on me. I know the journey has been long. I know the waiting has tested you. I know some days you wondered if anything was happening at all. But I promise you, I have been working. Every lesson, every moment, every step, I have been shaping something beautiful. You may not see the full picture today, but one day you will look back with understanding. You will see the protection. You will see the guidance. You will see the love hidden in places you once misunderstood. Until that moment arrives, trust me. Trust my heart. Trust my timing. Trust my plan. My beloved child, release what you cannot control tonight. Place the unknown future into my hands. Place the unanswered questions into my care. Place the dreams, fears, and hopes you carry before me. I know what to do with them. I know how to lead you. I know how to finish what I started. You are not walking into darkness. You are walking with the light. You are not facing tomorrow alone. You are facing it with me. And as long as my hand holds yours, you will always have everything you truly need for the journey ahead. My beloved child, there is something I want you to remember as you continue walking through the unknown roads of your life. You are closer to the breakthrough of your heart than you realize. You are closer to understanding the lessons of your journey than your fear wants you to believe. You are closer to seeing the purpose behind many things that once made you cry. Do not give up in the middle of the process. The darkest part of the night often comes before the first light of morning begins to appear. The seed feels the pressure of the soil before it breaks through into the sunlight. The river must travel through rocks and valleys before it reaches the open places prepared for it. And my child, you have also been moving through a process of healing, a process of growth, a process of becoming everything I created you to be. You thought the pressure was proof that something was wrong. But many times, the pressure was proof that something new was being formed. You thought the discomfort meant you were losing yourself. But I was helping you release the parts of yourself that were built from fear, pain, and survival. You thought the waiting season was empty. But I was filling it with lessons your future would need. My child, I never waste the seasons that you surrender to me. I use the quiet moments. I use the difficult moments. I use even the moments you wish had never happened. Because my hands can bring purpose from places where you only saw pain. If you believe that I am turning your journey into a testimony, right? Lord, I trust what you are creating through me. My child, keep these words close, because I know there are still times when your heart becomes afraid. You wonder if you have enough strength. You wonder if you are making the right choices. You wonder if you will ever reach the place I promised. But listen to me. Your future does not depend only on your ability to figure everything out. Your future rests in the hands of the one who guides you. I do not ask you to know every answer. I ask you to know me. I do not ask you to control every outcome. I ask you to trust my direction. I do not ask you to carry the entire journey. I ask you to take the next step with me. Sometimes you become so focused on what is ahead that you forget to recognize how far I have already brought you. Look back for a moment, my child. Look at the battles you survived. Look at the prayers I answered in ways you did not expect. Look at the times when you thought everything was falling apart, but later discovered I was putting something together. I have been faithful, not only in the easy seasons, not only when everything happened according to your plans. I was faithful in the confusion. I was faithful in the silence. I was faithful in the waiting. And I will continue to be faithful. My child, I know there are memories that still hurt. There are moments you still do not fully understand. There are questions you still carry. But do not let unanswered questions steal the peace of knowing that you are loved. Some answers unfold with time. Some lessons become clear only after you have walked further down the road. A traveler does not understand every turn while walking through the valley, but from the mountaintop, the path becomes clearer. One day, you will see more clearly. You will see why I protected you. You will see why I redirected you. You will see why certain things had to happen differently than you planned. Until then, trust me. My love has never failed you. My child, if these words are bringing strength back into your heart, right? Amen, Lord, I will keep trusting you. There is another truth I want you to receive today. Your life is not measured by how perfectly everything happened. Your life is measured by the love, faith, and purpose growing within you. The world looks at achievements. I look at the heart. The world looks at titles. I look at character. The world looks at how high someone climbs. I look at how deeply their roots have grown. And my child, your roots have been growing. Every time you chose kindness when anger would have been easier. Every time you chose hope when giving up seemed easier. Every time you chose faith when fear was louder. Your roots grew deeper. Never underestimate the unseen growth. The strongest foundations are always hidden. Nobody looks at a beautiful building and celebrates the foundation underneath, but without that foundation, nothing would stand. In the same way, I have been creating foundations inside you. Faith, wisdom, compassion, patience, strength. These are gifts that will carry you into the seasons ahead. My beloved child, I want you to stop apologizing for the journey that made you who you are. Yes, there were difficult chapters. Yes, there were moments you wish happened differently. Yes, there were roads you never expected to walk. But you are still here. You are still growing. You are still becoming. And I am still working. The enemy wanted your pain to close your heart. But I am using your healing to open your heart. The enemy wanted your disappointment to silence you. But I am turning your story into encouragement. The enemy wanted your struggles to convince you that you were alone. But I am showing you that I never left. Your testimony is forming. Your purpose is unfolding. Your light is still shining. Do not hide that light. Someone needs the hope I placed within you. Someone needs the kindness that grew from your experiences. Someone needs to know that if I helped you rise, I can help them rise too. My child, you were never created to simply survive. You were created to walk with me and become a reflection of my love. Every day gives you a new opportunity. A chance to forgive. A chance to love. A chance to grow. A chance to trust again. Do not wait for a perfect life before you begin living with purpose. Purpose begins when you place today into my hands. Right here. Right now. With what you have. With who you are. Let me work through you. Let me guide your words. Let me shape your actions. Let me use your life as a reminder that hope is never lost. My beloved child, as this journey continues, prepare your heart for what I still want to show you. The story is not finished. The final chapter has not been written. There are still moments ahead where my goodness will surprise you. There are still doors that will open at the appointed time. There is still growth waiting. There is still purpose waiting. There is still light ahead. So do not stop here. Do not turn back because the road was difficult. Do not believe the lie that nothing is changing. Something is changing. You are changing. Your faith is growing. Your heart is healing. Your perspective is becoming new. Walk forward with courage. Walk forward with peace. Walk forward knowing that every step you take with me has meaning. My child, remember this always. Before you called my name, I knew you. Before you saw the road, I prepared the way. Before you faced the battle, I prepared the strength. And before you reached tomorrow, I was already there. You are not alone. You have never been alone. And you never will be. My beloved child, before this message ends, I want you to listen with your whole heart because these final words are not reaching you by coincidence. You have walked with me through every reminder. You have heard about my timing. You have heard about my protection. You have heard about the purpose hidden inside your waiting. And now I want you to carry this truth with you. I have never left your side. Not for a moment. Not in the storms. Not in the silence. Not in the seasons where you wondered if I was still listening. I was there when you cried. I was there when you prayed. I was there when you felt strong. I was there when you felt like you could not take another step. My child, every chapter of your life has been held in my hands. The chapters you celebrate. The chapters you hide. The chapters you understand. And the chapters that still bring questions. Nothing about your journey has ever surprised me. I saw every mountain before you climbed it. I saw every valley before you entered it. I saw every tear before it touched your face. And before every battle arrived, I had already prepared the strength you would need to overcome it. You thought you survived because you somehow found enough strength. But my child, I was your strength. When your hope became small, I protected it. When your heart became tired, I carried it. When your path became unclear, I guided your steps. You were never walking alone. You were walking with me. If you believe that my hand has been guiding your life from the beginning, right? Lord, thank you for always walking with me. My child, as you continue forward, I want you to stop looking backward with regret. The past has lessons, but it was never meant to become your home. You cannot walk into the new season while carrying every burden from the old one. Release what I have already forgiven. Release what I have already healed. Release the pain that keeps telling you that you cannot begin again. Because I am the God of new beginnings. I create mornings after long nights. I create rivers through dry places. I create hope where people thought nothing could grow. And I can create something new in you. My child, your story is not defined by the moments when you fell. Your story is shaped by the times you reached for my hand and stood again. I never expected you to walk through life without needing me. I created you to walk with me, to trust me, to lean on me, to find your strength in my presence. The world may tell you that you must have everything figured out. But I tell you, stay close to me, and I will guide your steps. One day at a time. One prayer at a time. One act of faith at a time. The future that feels unknown to you is already known by me. The doors you worry about are already seen by me. The answers you are waiting for are already held by me. So rest your heart. You do not have to control everything. You simply need to trust the one who holds everything. My beloved child, never forget how much you have already overcome. Think about the moments you believed would break you. You are still here. Think about the nights you thought would never end. The morning still came. Think about the times you wondered if your heart would ever heal. Slowly, piece by piece, I restored you. That restoration was not an accident. It was my love working within you. If this journey has renewed your faith and reminded you that you are never alone, right? Amen. My hope is in God. My child, now I want you to take everything you have heard and live it. Do not only listen to these words. Apply them. When fear appears, remember my promises. When waiting feels long, remember my timing. When doors close, remember my protection. When life changes, remember my guidance. When you feel weak, remember my strength. Faith is not only something you speak. Faith is something you walk in. Choose trust when worry comes. Choose forgiveness when bitterness calls. Choose kindness when the world becomes cold. Choose hope when circumstances tell you to give up. Because your life can become a reflection of my love. The world needs people who carry peace. The world needs people who carry compassion. The world needs people who remind others that darkness does not have the final word. My child, I placed light inside you. Do not hide it. Do not believe it is too small. A small candle can change a dark room. A small seed can become a mighty tree. A small step of faith can become the beginning of a beautiful journey. Let me use your life. Let me use your story. Let me use the wisdom you gained through every season. The pain you survived can become encouragement. The lessons you learned can become guidance. The healing you received can become hope for someone else. Nothing is wasted when it is placed in my hands. My child, I know the road ahead may still have questions. There may still be moments when you need courage. There may still be seasons where you must wait. But now you know the truth. Waiting does not mean forgotten. Silence does not mean abandoned. A difficult chapter does not mean the story is over. I am still writing. I am still working. I am still creating something beautiful. Trust me in the process. Trust me in the unknown. Trust me with every tomorrow. Because I have been faithful through every yesterday. I am faithful today. And I will remain faithful forever. If these words have touched your heart and you receive this message for your life, right? Yes, Lord, I trust you completely. My beloved child, before you leave, remember to carry this message beyond this moment. Do not let these words only encourage you today. Let them change the way you walk tomorrow. Wake up with gratitude. Speak with love. Treat others with kindness. Believe that every day has purpose. Because every morning I give you is another opportunity to grow, to love, and to walk closer with me. If you feel happy with my words and this message has strengthened your faith, support this journey by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who needs encouragement, healing, and hope today. And if these messages strengthened your spirit, encouraged your heart, or helped you through difficult seasons, share this video with someone who may need hope tonight. And if you feel led to support this ministry so these words can continue reaching hurting hearts around the world, you can do so through the link given below. My child, as this message comes to an end, my love for you does not end. When the video finishes, I am still with you. When the room becomes quiet, I am still with you. When tomorrow begins, I am already there. Walk forward knowing you are never forgotten. Walk forward knowing your prayers matter. Walk forward knowing your life has purpose. You are held. You are guided. You are loved. Do not fear the future. I am already there. Do not fear the unknown. I am leading the way. Do not fear the next chapter. The author of your story is still holding the pen. And my child, I am not finished with you yet.